So you're in a session with an artist and they want to transpose your track from a C minor down to an A minor. And you're thinking, how do I do that? Well, it's very easy. I'm going to show you how to do just that. Now, this only works if you're staying or going from minor to a minor scale. If you're going from minor to a major scale or minor to a different mode within the minor scale, different process. If you want to learn how to do that, let me know down in the comments below. But here's how you transpose your track very easily in Logic Pro or any DAW for that matter. All you really got to know is how to count. So right here, we have my track that I recorded in G minor. So say the artist doesn't record in G minor, it's a little bit too high for them. They want it a little bit lower. They're gonna want to transpose that down. They can ask you that and it's very easy. All you gotta do, once again, is learn how to count. So if I open up my keyboard right over here, right now we're in G minor. So if they wanna go down to say a D minor, we're gonna count down to D. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 5 semitones down. So we're going to go to all of our tracks that have pitch in it. So our instruments for the most part and our 808. And we're going to go down 5 semitones. So we'll just select our regions over here in Logic, go over to our inspector tab and transpose -5. Now this works both on audio tracks and MIDI tracks as well. So now we transpose that from a G minor down to a D minor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now our 808 is out of key. We got to change that as well because it does carry pitch. Let's minus that 5 as well. All right, so that changes the vibe of the track itself. Let's say they want to go a little bit lower. They're not quite vibing with the D minor. They want to go to C minor. We can do that still. So we can go back to our region over here and minus that by 7 semitones. And minus this by another 2 semitones, so -7, and now we're in C minor. So that's how you transpose your songs very easily and quickly. All you gotta do is know how to count. And sometimes it helps to have the keyboard in front of you if you can't visualize it in your mind, just to count out those notes. But it's also a creative tool for you to, at the end of the beat, if you're not quite vibing with your track, you can go ahead and change the key of the song and you can turn it into something completely new. So I'll just show you that quickly right now because this is something that I do a lot of times. I'm just gonna go ahead and bounce this in place. And we're gonna leave this at the C minor that it is. And this is what we get. But we can change the vibe by, let's say, cutting that up and reversing it. We can also bounce that in place. And let's say we want to pitch that down a full octave. We can. So an octave is 12 semitones. Right? Maybe a different section of the track or just want to make it a little bit darker sounding, you can do just that. I like to bounce down the MIDI because it gives it a different tone to it when you're working with audio, when you're stretching, pulling it, and transposing it. So it basically went from this over here. Let me just drag this down. Went from our original track in G minor. And we went over to here in C minor. So let's go ahead and just unmute that and hear what that sounds like as a whole. For this one, actually, just for fun, I might actually just speed this up a little bit. I might do something like this for this section. right? right, so as you can see, transposing between scales definitely gives your track new life. It gives it a different sort of tone to it. Definitely important if the artist wants it lower or higher. That's very important. You know what scale they want, you can go to it very easily. But at the end of your beat session and you want to just change up your track, transpose it, you'll be surprised what it can sound like at a different pitch.